Good morning everyone, happy Monday to you. So today I'm just going to do a video talking about print clashing. Print clashing is something that I just love to do all of the time, as you may well have noticed. And I'm going to use these vintage pieces from Porcelain in Red to demonstrate that. So first of all, I guess when it comes to print clashing, I don't really follow a particular rule. Quite often it just happens naturally. I'll see a print and I'll think, oh, that'll go really nicely with that. And I'll try it out and it works. Sometimes it can be as simple as doing my laundry, putting two pieces drying next to each other and thinking, oh wow, that would go really well together. So it's just about having fun really and thinking about what you want to wear, what colours you want to wear. And also it can sometimes help if you sort of see a colour on one item and then pick out that colour on another item. So for example, this blouse I would wear with almost everything here. Now it's got multiple colours and multiple prints. So I think you could put it with that. And then obviously it's got pink, so again with that it would go nicely. And then this skirt, I love this skirt, I love all these pieces. It matches the sort of pinkiness here as well. And even with this blue dress, because I think, you know, it's got some really lovely blues in it as well. So if you wanted to layer up a dress, it would go really, really nicely. And that kind of is the theme for all of these pieces really, that they all kind of have colours in them that mean that you could put them together to create a completely different look. Sometimes it's something, you know, that is fairly straightforward. So for example, this one with all the navy is going to be amazing with something like that, which just has a little bit of colour there. But equally with this skirt, because there is navy in the skirt there as well, just here, you know, you could add it to that and add the cardigan if you wanted to as well. So enough of me talking, I'm going to get trying and show you how I would put all of these things together and how I would actually wear them all together as well. So I hope you enjoy it. Let me know what you think in the comments, and thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic day. So I'm starting off with the blouse, and just to begin with, I've teamed it with this dress. I have to say for a minute that I love, love, love this dress. The details, the pleats, I mean, would you believe that this dress has travelled to Ireland from the UK, and just look at it, the pleats are still just perfection. And I don't know if you can see, but just the detail of the fabric as well, it's just beautiful, really, really beautiful. Anyway, so this is with the blouse. I think that it does go really nicely. It just gives it quite a different look, and it's quite nice to add a print as well. This print isn't a really vibrant print, it's a print with a lot of detail, but it's kind of subtle, and in some ways I think that makes it more easier to go with other things. If it was really wow bright, it definitely could still go with a print clash, and I love bright colours, so I'm all for that. But sometimes it's nice just to have something like this as well, which has a really good level of detail, but that you need to kind of see up close in a really good way. So I started off with this blouse because it is one of the most versatile pieces out of everything that I'm going to show you today. And there's just so many ways it can be worn, which is just amazing. So here it is with the pink skirt of the pink cord. I just love this. I really do love this. I'm going to add the cardigan over the top, but I just wanted to show you just how it would look just with the blouse. And again, I think they go really well. You can kind of spot the pinks in the blouse coming through to the skirt as well. And it's just a really, really beautiful, beautiful piece. So obviously, similarly to the dress, this could be worn on its own without anything underneath. But if you're feeling like layering, if you're feeling like adding a little bit of colour, if it's a colder day, then you absolutely can layer these pieces, which is part of the fun sometimes as well, I think. And that's another completely new look again. Just a fantastic, fantastic set. Like, what an amazing cord. You could as well, another thing is just to kind of pull the cuff up slightly so you have all of this sleeve detail, and you can also then just see the cuff of the blouse as well. So anything that you have that you want to layer that has a long sleeve, you can do that. A little bit of cuff detail just to go with the collar detail and just to make it a bit more visible. Sorry, that's me banging the wall there. So this actually has a really, really interesting story. I loved this as soon as I saw it. Unfortunately, I couldn't buy it and I missed out. Sometimes though, I think if things are meant to be, they're meant to be, and it ended up coming to me anyway. So I'm really, really happy about that because it is a fantastic cord that I know I would just wear again and again and again. Perfect for an occasion, perfect for work, perfect for just, you know, fun and wanting to make the most of it. So yeah, fantastic, fantastic piece. Okay, so let's go on to the next look. I've just done the swap skirts basically. I think, you know, this will go really nicely just with the blouse, but I'm picking out the pink again by adding this pink to it as well, and again just layering it up. What I love about this is that it's very, very flattering at the waist as well. So when you wear it, you can still see the waist, even though you can't see the waistband of the skirt. So it's just another really, really fun and different way to wear the piece. How it is without the cardigan. Hopefully you can just see that where the prints are kind of meeting, the colours are kind of meeting. So you've got the blues in there, which are meeting with the blues in here and the blues of the skirt. And then you've got the pinks, which again are meeting with these pinks. Then you've got these kind of orangey, yellowy sort of colours, which are kind of meeting with these darker colours, and the gold there as well. So they just clash really nicely together, like this. So I'm going to move on now, and I'll show you the next look. We all know what spring can be like, and autumn as well for that matter, and sometimes summer too. So if it gets warmer as you're out and about, the good thing about layers is that you can always remove them and then add them again as and when you need to. So I quite like it with this one. I think, you know, it adds a little bit of ruffle into the collar and just makes it a bit more interesting. So if you're wearing this with jeans or something else, maybe like just a plain skirt or something, you know, and you just added this little top over it, it's just quite a nice little look, and it just creates a different look. And again, it's kind of picking up the colours there from the main pattern here as well. So you're maintaining the matching elements, but you're just bringing something new to it and making it look completely different with what you're adding to it and the way that you're styling it. So this is quite a zesty one. I'm calling it zesty because of the really bright green here. But I think it works. I think the green kind of ties into the skirt. There are colours of the skirt in the blouse as well. And although the green doesn't exactly match the blouse, I think they kind of work because, well, they do work with this because it's kind of, there's a pop of colour and there's a lot kind of happening, but fundamentally the colours of the skirt are in the blouse. The skirt is more vibrant than the blouse, and you can see more the colours that are in the skirt than in the blouse because it's such a small detailed print. But because the green is so vibrant and you've got the white in the knit and you've got the white in the skirt, they kind of tie it together. So you've got a more vibrant knit and a more vibrant detailed pattern on the skirt, in terms of the fact that you can see it more obviously than you can in the blouse. And so that's why I think it works, that you've got a very, very detailed blouse, which you would need to see quite up close. But then you have, you know, this, which is a much more sort of pow, and the skirt, which is a much more sort of pow in your face kind of look. And when you put them together with something underneath it, just to kind of break them up a little bit, this is the outcome, and I think it works. And I would absolutely 100% wear this. And while I'm wearing this skirt, I just have to say, I love so much the pleat detail. The pleat detail is so gorgeous, and just look at how it twirls. Beautiful. So yeah, that's this one, the vintage swimming costume. I love this costume. I think it's an amazing example of a vintage costume. The way that it goes in at the waist, the cut at the legs, and it's just beautiful. It's a really, really lovely costume, and it would be a shame to just keep it and not really make the most of it. So if you were wearing this, which definitely I think you could, with maybe a pair of high-waisted jeans, maybe a skirt underneath, maybe even a dress underneath, and just like a waist belt, I think could be really, really lovely. You could wear it just as something bright and colourful to wear. I think it's something that I would even wear on my way to the beach and put the blouse underneath it, just so that it was something other than a cover up or other than the usual kind of thing that you would wear to the beach, and just, you know, whip the blouse or whatever off afterwards. But it's got a really, really beautiful print, and I think that print is worth celebrating and worth wearing. That said, if this swim costume had not fitted me, I was going to put it into a glass case and put it on display in my dressing room, because I thought that would be a really, really nice way to display it. But it does. So there's definitely options. I think it's another piece that would go really, really nicely with this skirt as well, because you have a really bright blue here, and you have quite a bright blue in the skirt, and again you have the pinks here that you have in the skirt. Some of the pinks are quite dark, but some of them are quite light, and so it's definitely something that would go together quite nicely and just give a really, really different look to the existing look. Hi again, Fizzy. So yeah, lots and lots of options with this as well. And again, I think it goes nicely with the blouse too, because there are a lot of the same colours in the blouse as well. I'm going to move away from the last blouse and do a bit more of this one now. Well, actually, you can see my hair's getting more and more messy. It's more that I'm taking off and putting back on again. When I bought these two, they were actually modelled together, and I can completely see why, because they're fantastic clashing prints together. You have the stripes here, and then you have the pattern here, which is completely different. They complement each other because the colours are both really, really bold colours, and if this was long enough, I would wear it as a dress, just with a little knit over the top of it. However, it's not on me, so I would wear it with something else underneath. But yeah, so we've got the bold blue and we've got the bold green, and then we've got the white as well in both patterns that ties them together. Now this blue is just as versatile as the last blouse that I was looking at as well, in that I think, you know, it could go with a multiple of things, and probably everything that I've just modelled the other blouse with too. Okay, so I just layered that up, and I think that's really, really For some people this might be a bit too much. I quite like it. I think that it's good to layer up. Equally, you could lose, or I could lose the green knit and just have the blouse and the cardigan, and that would be a really, really nice look as well. But I think, you know, layering is fun. Layering adds another layer and another colour, and it's just great. So that's how it would look like that. And then we'll go without the zesty green, and just with the skirt again from earlier. So it's a completely different look with this skirt to the other blouse, because this one has such a bold print, and also because this one has so much white in it as well, and the skirt has so much white in it, that it's actually more of a kind of crisp, clean look, one that you can see the difference in the print straight away. You don't have to look really closely at. I would say as well, it kind of takes the attention away from the skirt a little bit, because the blouse is so sort of, and the skirt, like the other blouse, is incredibly detailed. So you do need to look at it in order to appreciate it. Similarly to how I did with the pink cardigan with the other blouse with this skirt, and that gives another statement. I love these sleeves, these puff sleeves are amazing. Sorry. But I think I'm going to try it with the pink as well and see how it looks with the pink too. Okay, so here it is with the pink. The only thing I would say about this is that you can't really see it, and it's a shame to have such a beautiful print hidden. If it had long sleeves, we'd be able to see some of the detail here as well around the wrist, and that would be really, really beautiful and tying in with the collar. But because it has short sleeves, it's kind of like we're wearing a pink top and then a statement collar, which is fine. I love collars, but yeah, that's it. Okay, so there we have it with the dress again. So again, these prints create a completely different look to the one that the other blouse creates. So I guess, you know, you can print clash in whichever way you like, and in whichever way suits you, what you have in your wardrobe, what you want to wear. But I think the most important thing is never limit yourself. You know, it's a great, great thing to do, to find new ways to wear pieces. It's just so much fun. It's like finding new things in your wardrobe. And one of my favourite things to do is just to pick out clothes and think, oh, I'm going to try that together, I'm going to try that together, because it is just amazing, and it's a great way to use your wardrobe, and it's a great way to kind of look at your wardrobe and think, this is what I'm going to wear today, and I'm just going to love it. So yeah, final look for today is this one. I think that these two are great together. I love that you have the embroidery here and here, and it matches the colours of the skirt. I think it's really, really cute for summer. If I had them with me, I have a pair of black platforms that have a really beautiful kind of autumny tone embroidery on them, which would look fantastic with this, but I don't at the moment, so I can't demonstrate that. More than anything, I think I just want to show how easy it can be to mix and match things together, and also to layer things. Don't ever think that because the weather might be a certain way, you can't wear what you want to. You can always find a way to wear what you want to wear. It's just sometimes a case of looking and layering and thinking a little bit differently about what it is that you want your look to say that day. So I really, really hope you've enjoyed this, and I'll speak to you soon. Have a fantastic afternoon.